Hey guys, welcome to my channel today. Thank you so much for stopping by. In this video, we'll be drafting out this shoulder dart bustier dress that you can see on your screen. So without further ado, let's jump right into the video. The first thing I'll do is to draft out the front. I'll first of all roll out my guideline on top of the pattern paper, which is going to serve as the shoulder line. So I'm going to mark half an inch, as you can see me doing now, rule a straight line across. After doing that, I'll start taking my points. The first point is the distance from my shoulder to my bust point, which is 10 inches. The next point is the distance from my shoulder to my under bust point, which is 13 inches. The next point is distance from my shoulder to my waist point in front, which is 16 inches. And I added extra 1.5 inches to that measurement for my bust dart. So everything that I have on this pattern paper is about 17.5 inches. After doing that, I'll go ahead and rule straight lines across all the points, and I'll label my lines. The first line is the bust line, second line under bust line, the third line waistline, and the length of the pattern paper is the waistline extension, which is 1.5 inches. Next, now I'll do is to take half of my shoulder measurement, which is 8 inches. On that 8 inches, I'm going to go down by my armhole depth, which is 8 inches. I'll indicate the 8 inches. On that 8 inches, I'll make sure I still have the same 8 inches that I have on the shoulder line. After adjusting that, I'm going to connect the two dots into a straight line, and I'll roll a straight line across like this. For my neck width, I'll be using 3 inches, and for the neck depth, I'll use 3.5 inches. You can do 3 by 3 inches. After doing that, I'm going to use my ruler to connect from the neck depth to the neck width like this. The next thing I'll do is to take half of my nipple to nipple measurement, which is 4 inches. I'll place that on all the lines and I'll connect into a straight line. After doing that, I'm going to take 0.75 inches on the waistline, on both sides of the waistline. I'll repeat the same thing on the waistline extension. On the under bust line, I'll take 0.75 inches on the center front, and I'll take 1.2 inches on the side front. So after doing that, I'm going to connect like this upward. So the next thing I'll do is to go down from the bust point by 1 inch, and then I'm going to use the curved part of my ruler to connect from that 1 inch to the line on the under bust point like this. After doing that, I'm going to divide what is left on this shoulder area, which is 5 inches, and I'll mark the midpoint, which is 2.5 inches. I'm going to connect from that 2.5 inches all the way to the dart leg on the bust line. At this point, I realized that my camera was not recording, so I had to clean everything that I've already done to start all over again. So what I did was to go up now by 3 inches, which is my over bust point. I went up by 3 inches from the bust point, and then I connected like this. After doing that, I'll be taking a half inch. So I'm trying to tighten the over bust area, so I'm taking a half inch on both sides. Okay, after doing that, on the shoulder area, I'll take 1 inch towards the neckline area, and on this other end, I'll take 1.2 inches. Okay, so altogether that is 2.2 inches. So I'm going to connect like this, as you can see me doing, and I'll connect from there upward like this. So after taking the shoulder dart, you're going to mark and make sure that one is no longer than the other one. After measuring, I realized that that of the center front is shorter than the side front, so I just increased it by what is missing, and I went ahead to connect it, as you can see me doing. So it's going to be the same length when I'm joining. So next, now I'll use to place my bust circumference divided by 4 on the bust line. I'll replace the dart in between, which is half an inch, and I'll add extra 0.75 inches. On the waistline, I'll place my waist circumference divided by 4. I'll replace the dart of 1.5 inches, and I'll add extra 0.5 inches. On the waistline extension, I'll place my waist circumference divided by 4. I'll replace the dart and I'll add 0.75 inches. So the same measurement I have on the waistline is what I have on the waist extension line. So after doing that, I'll go ahead and connect like this. So the next thing I'll do is to take my bust dart, which is 1.5 inches. That is the waistline extension. So the difference between my front waist and my back waist is 1.5 inches. That is what I'm using to take my dart. So I went down by 1.5 inches on the bust line and I connected like this. So after doing that, these 2.2 inches that I took as the dart on the shoulder line, I went ahead to replace it on that point. As you can see, after doing that, I'll extend the shoulder now by 3.5 inches. You know, this dress has a cut together sleeves, so that is why I increased the shoulder by 3 inches. On that 3 inches that I increased the shoulder by, I'm going to go down by 1 inch for the shoulder slope. So I'm going to connect now from the 1 inch into the neckline area. So this is the shoulder slope. After doing that, I'm going to go down by 8 inches from the shoulder slope, which is my sleeves opening. But to make it more comfortable, I'm going to go down by extra half an inch. So instead of taking 8 inches, I'll take 8.5 inches on the sleeves opening. So I'll go up to extend the line, so everything is 9.9 inches. Okay, so I'm going to rule a straight line, I'll rule a straight line across like this. After doing that, I'm going to erase this other armhole area because we have a new armhole area now. So I'll measure everything that I have on the shoulder line, which is about 13.5 inches. I'm going to place the same 13.5 inches on the new chest line now. Okay, this is the point of my sleeves opening. So on the 13.5 inches, I'm going to go in by 2 inches or 2.5 inches. You can do 2 inches or 2.5 inches. I went in by 2 inches from that point. What I'll do now is to slant from the shoulder slope area to the 2 inches that I came in with like this. After doing that, I'll place the curved part of my roller on that point to give it a little curve on the armhole area like this. So for the back, I've gone ahead to roll out my lines. I have the guideline, which is the shoulder line, and I have my zipper allowance. So I took 1.5 inches. I'm not going to be using everything. For the neck width, I'll be using the same 3 inches that we used for the front, and the neck depth, I'll use just 1 inch to give it that high neckline, and I'll connect like this. So for the points that I have here, the first point is my waist at the back, my waist point at the back, which is 14.5 inches, and I have extra 1.5 inches here. So the back is 1.5 inches shorter than the front. The whole length of the front is 17.5 inches, while the whole length of the back is 16 inches. So once I take in the dart, the 1.5 inches bust dart for the front and the back is going to be the same length. So on the waistline and the waistline extension, I came out by 0.75 inches to tighten the back area. So I connected the 2 dots into a straight line, and then I connected it upward, as you can see. So this is going to tighten the back. After doing that, I'll take half of my nipple to nipple measurement, which is 4 inches. I'll place the 4 inches on the waistline and on the waistline extension. So I'll figure out how deep I want the dart to be. So I'll go up by 6 inches from the waistline. So I'll place my tape back on the waistline extension. I'll measure what I have from there to the dart leg, and I'll mark the same thing on that 6 inches point just to get a straight line. After doing that, I'll connect into a straight line, as you can see me doing. The next thing I'll do is to take half an inch on both sides of the straight line, and I'm going to connect upward like this. The next thing I'll do now is to go out by 1.5 inches from the neck width. So this is because I want this part of the front and that of the back to match. So measure what you have in between the neckline there. Mine is 1.5 inches. So I'll mark the 1.5 inches. From that 1.5 inches, I'll go out by half an inch for the dart intake on the shoulder area, and I'm going to extend the dart leg to that 1.5 inches, as you can see me doing. Okay, so after doing that, I'm going to connect like this. So the next thing I'll do now is to replace the half an inch. Make sure you take your shoulder measurement first, then you replace the half an inch, and then you add extra 3 inches just like we did for the front. On that 3 inches point, go down by 1 inch for your shoulder slope, and then you slant like this. After doing that, I'll take my sleeves opening, which is 8.5 inches. On that 8.5 inches mark, I'll place my bust circumference divided by 4 on that point. On the waistline, I'll place my waist circumference divided by 4. I'll replace the 1 inch dart. Remember, we added extra 0.75 inches to the front. We don't need that for the back, so do not add any extra allowance. You'll be adding your allowance when you're cutting on your fabric. So I'm going to extend the sleeves opening line all the way. After doing that, I'll measure what I have in between the armhole area here, and that is the same thing I'll be placing for the back, because when you are joining, you want everything, both the front and the back, to align. So it is 1 inch. What I did was to come in by 1 inch, and then I slanted like this and give it a little curve on the armhole area. Now I'm taking my zipper allowance of 1 inch from the curve that I have there. I marked it from that curve that we already have to contour the back. So after doing that, I will extend my neckline to the zipper allowance of 1 inch, and then I'm going to go ahead and cut. So after cutting the dart area for the front, I'm going to close the bust dart first. You can place the back on the front to make sure everything aligns, then close the bust dart as you can see me doing. I'll use my masking tape to hold it down, and then I'm going to align whatever needs to align. If it's not sitting together, use your ruler to align everything together before you cut out the excess pattern paper, as you can see me doing. So once you do that, you can place the pattern paper on each other and ensure that the front and the back is the same. Okay, after closing the dart, so now I'm going to close up these points. I'm not going to overlap them, they are going to stay side by side, and I'll use my masking tape to hold it down. So the reason why I'm taping them together is because if you check the thumbnail, you see that this dress has a Basque waistline at the front, so we need to extend the front. I'll bring in a fresh pattern paper and I'll use my pins to hold it down. After doing that, now you're going to extend the waistline by 2 inches or 3 inches. I'll go down by 3 inches and I'll use the curved part of my ruler to connect from that 3 inches back into the waistline, as you can see. So from the previous waistline, where the waistline ended previously, I'm going to go up by 0.75 inches. As you can see, I will indicate it with a dot. After doing that, I'll place the curved part of my ruler on that 0.75 inches and I'll connect it all the way, as you can see me doing, to give it a curve. So if you check the thumbnail, you see that there's another curve on this part of the dress, and another fabric was used, another pattern of fabric was used at this point. So that is what I'm trying to achieve. So after connecting it upward like this, I'll go ahead and cut out the Basque area. So I made a mistake by slashing through the middle. You don't have to do that. So after realizing that it was a mistake, I had to tape it down. So do not slash through the middle. You're going to cut through this curve that you already drafted out, just the curve, open it up. Okay, so as you can see, so this is what you should have after cutting, and you see that when you join your pieces together, your dress is going to be exactly what you can see on the thumbnail. So yeah, that is all for this tutorial. As you are joining, make sure you are opening everything up and ironing so it sits really well. Yeah, that is all for this tutorial. I hope it was helpful. Don't forget to like this video, leave your questions in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one.